All right, this is a Brook production now. It's gonna be on you if it's all messed up. I'm trusting you. I'm not looking at it, so I'm trusting you for everything to be right. It's on manual focus?
Yeah.
How you know?
Because I just saw it when I first hit record.
Okay. I look clear? Or am I blurry? All right, we'll see. Okie dokie. You can hear us, Bailey? All right, Brooke, when you start it off, you want to tell them what you're doing, your name, the name of it, whatever it's going to be called, and then you want to introduce Bailey, say, I got my sister Bailey on the audio. All right, this is a Brooke production, whatever, and then you introduce me as the guest, and we go from there.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Welcome back to Brooks Production. Welcome back to Brooks Production. I have my sister Bailey on the audio, and I have a guest, my dad, my father, and we're doing a podcast about Father's Day. I'm gonna be asking him a few questions.
How you doing? No, that was my introduction? Okay.
Yes.
Seemed kind of bland, but I get it's Father's Day. I know the vibes. Bailey's over there yawning already. It's just not, it's just... Okay, you don't have to speak. You just make. You don't talk. You just say. You just use fingers. Okay.
So my first question is:
Do I like from Philadelphia? I'm trying to grow like the size of my hair, size of my face. I like from Philly. I like and grow a full beard or no?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. You see,
I can
I'm on
see
my
from
bully.
Shut up. Okay.
You asked some good questions too.
Okay, so my first question is: What's one of the best Father's Day gift you've ever gotten?
I think one time you gave me like a big picture, like a whole collage. I still got in the garage. I like that.
Yeah, I saw
I had
it in
all the
garage.
pictures on there, and had like y'all signed it and said things and stuff like that. I like that. One of the best. I mean, it's hard. I go hard every year. I can't say I don't. I mean, shoes and like shoes and material stuff is cool, but like the pictures and stuff, they last a long time. Yeah, so probably that. Cause we took a nice little picture with it. We took a picture of me holding it. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bailey was
Yeah.
small, and you was small too back then. Yeah.
Okay. My second question is: What's the best thing about fatherhood?
The best thing about fatherhood, I mean, it's rewarding every day. It's rewarding every day. That's so. You asked me like what the best Father's Day gift, but like fatherhood is like a gift that keep on giving. You know what I'm saying? As long as you continuously being a good father or good dad, it's the gifts is gonna keep giving every day, every day. So like seeing y'all grow up, good gift. I mean, I don't know. I can't really explain it. Just seeing y'all grow. Bailey over here yawning like crazy. I'm not even sure. My answer's boring or something. Am I not doing right?
Probably sleepy.
Oh, you sleepy, baby? Okay, we're gonna leave in a little bit.
Okay. My third question is: What are the challenges of having daughters? Two.
The challenges of having daughters. The first challenge is I'm not a girl, so it's not something I know. I didn't grow up. We don't have all the same body parts. We don't have all the same kind of like hormones and things of that nature. So that probably the hardest part is learning a new gender, like as you go along. So like, you older than Bailey. So obviously she'll get a better version of me because of what I learned while raising you. So when times and things come for her, I'll be better at it, or I'll be able to see it before, and I think another challenge is, I'm not scared, but people always say like, and I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. People say that I better enjoy it now. So the challenging part to me is like whether I take that like for what it's worth and like just have a blast now, because apparently they're saying when y'all get 12, 13, you're not gonna, not a curse, but you're not gonna fuck with me. That's what they say. They say you're not gonna mess with me. You're not gonna be cool with me. You're not gonna like me. Can you see yourself not liking me? Like, can you see that?
No, Not really. No.
Yeah, you say that now until you want to talk on the phone with a boy, and I'm like, hey, clean up or do this. Then you might get upset. I kind of sense. See, I don't know. It could be right. 'Cause I'm kind of be sensing that sometimes with you. Sometimes you got like a little attitude every now and then. Not with me though.
Yeah.
Mostly with your mom, thank God. But I don't wish that on nobody. But yeah, I think that's probably the challenge. Is like y'all grow so at a rapid pace, at a very very rapid pace. So it's kind of tough. Like enjoying the moment because that moment is like it's come and goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with you, like we look at pictures, we look at a lot of stuff we did, videos, Snapchat pictures. Like 2 years ago, you was a different looking human being.
Yeah.
Like you look damn near grown now. 3 years ago, I can hold you when we went to sleep. It feels weird now. So I hope it don't. I'm not saying it to you. It just it's just not. It's not. It just don't seem right. Because you older. So. Hope that made sense. I don't know. Like I don't want to make you feel like you did something wrong. It's just Bailey's small,
Yeah.
so it's not uncommon for me to hold her and cuddle with her. I never know what kind of day you have and what you're going through, what mood you in. So it's a little tougher. Except the days you come and like lay on me, and which is very rare. But when you come lay on me, like okay, cool, she want to cuddle, that's fine. But for me just getting no, it's not something because I don't want anybody else to do that either. So.
Yeah. Okay, my fourth question is, what's the worst thing about fatherhood?
Say it again.
What's the worst thing about fatherhood?
The worst thing?
Yeah.
The worst. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but gotta spend a lot of money, man. Like, at least for me, I got 2 girls too, and not to say that y'all needy, I don't think that's the right word for it, but definitely spoil you. Y'all kind of get what y'all ask for. So, me being a frugal person, I try to like save a lot and I don't spend a lot of money on like nonsense per se.
Yeah.
That's probably it. It's just like, instead of going to Dollar General spending $3, I'm going in there and spending $40. And we going there 2 times a day or something like that. It's kind of crazy. And it's going to be spending $40 because this one right here wants to go to the toy aisle. Then you want to get makeup that you trial and failing where you don't know. I got so much makeup that you didn't even use. So that's tight. The worst part is just the money you kicking out for me. Like, it's just money. Because then you also you be thinking like, what could you have done with the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, you add it up. Like, dang, went down here, went here, 40, 80, 120. You have to find like, damn, I could have saved $5. Just knowing, that's the worst part about fatherhood. Knowing what you could have saved if you didn't have children. But honestly, if I didn't have children, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today either. So,
Yeah.
Because I probably would have spent it on something stupid.
Okay, my 5th question is, what's your relationship with your father?
It's good. I mean, of course, it's cool. It has its, it's I love him. I love him. So, I mean, there's that. Like, I love him to death. Being all human, so of course, like anything else, it's all perspective. So you see it from a certain perspective. So with me and him, it's like we so much alike a little bit too, that naturally I feel like sometimes I have to draw back because that could be me. That could be me. And yeah, that's really that. But it's cool. Like, I feel like it's different than what you would ever know or have to go through. Hopefully, you don't have to go through that. But like I said, growing up, of course, you look up to your dad. You know what I'm saying? It's your dad. He was there. Moving out, he was still there. You know what I'm saying? We enjoyed going to be with him on the weekends and stuff like that. Dad's a funny guy. He's super funny. Even without trying, that. Even without trying to be, he's a funny guy. And then like, of course, my teenage years where you want your dad the most. He wasn't able to be there like I needed him to be there, but he had his own battles he was fighting. So for years, I always try to make excuses or try to not put that on him. But I think as a kid, you just kind of, even though you try not to, you just do it. Like, you just feel like you should have been there. You should have did this. Man, he can't control that. So I think sometimes, and then when I had you, you just get in your own way sometimes. Like, it be perspective, man. Like, it's good, but it just be perspective. Like, it's the way I look at things is not the way he may look at things. So I'm looking at it from Jermaine, well, this Jermaine, not him, Jermaine, but my point of view, when it comes to you, or I think even one time, like I remember when you first met him, and he was living with us in North Augusta for a little bit, and then he just went like he did disappear. Like that stuff I don't like. So like stuff like that kind of hurt our relationship sometimes because you know I'm because I got daughters and because I know that I feel like I don't want nobody to come into y'all lives. You know what I'm saying? And then just not be there. I want y'all cling to them and stuff like that. So that kind of bothers me. And it's your dad. So like you, like we speak. If you mad at me or something, you might not tell me. You might just get over it. So I just always got over it. That's my life. My life has always been get over it. I never like complained, but I don't complain now. Like I've never been a complainer. So our relationship is it's good. I know it probably don't sound like it's good, but I say all that stuff. It's good. It's just it's human. It's a human relationship. So that's the best way I can put it. Both two human beings.
All right, my sixth question is, why does it seem like sometimes you're annoyed by your dad?
Well, I mean, just like I said, it's be human beings. So, for me, I look at, and I probably shouldn't look at it this way because you should never look at things that way. But sometimes I look at things like, if the table would turn, how would this go? And that annoys me sometimes because I feel like, but I don't know. I'd be annoyed because I don't like answering the phone. I don't like just doing a bunch of stuff. He's a needy person right now. But I get it. Like I said, he going through what he's going through. So kind of want to be there for him. I am annoyed. I'm annoyed when my phone ring because my phone ring all the time now.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying. It's an annoying thing. But you've been there. You've been on the phone when he called me. Like he don't ask for stuff. Like he don't ask for the normal type of stuff somebody else asks for. So, yo, man, give me some pizza. I'll get you some pizza. Normally, that's it. But no, he wants 3 pies, 20 wings, 2 sodas, something from Dollar General. Like, bro, that's why I'm annoyed. I got enough to do anyway. I don't have the time to be doing all the extra stuff. Like, I'm nobody's shopper. I'm not a shopper. I don't work, for Uber Eats or none of that stuff. I don't want to do all that. So that's where that comes from. And then I think it's because I don't really bother. Like, so our relationship, how it's went is I don't really bother him, like as I got older and you start to do stuff on your own and you don't necessarily have to reach out to a person for this or for that, you become dependent on yourself or you or somebody else. And I never had the pleasure of being able to like lean on him for this or that, not to say that he wouldn't have been there. I don't know, but, and then what you gonna realize as an adult, or as you get older, is like this, bro. Sometimes it be situations that happen, right? And in them situations, you have your feelings towards that person in the situation, and they have theirs, And believe it or not, in some situations, the other person ain't thinking about it. Me knowing that only makes me more upset that the fact that something bothers me more than it's definitely not bothering you, and it should bother you. So we had a lot of them situations too. So when I'm annoyed, it's because, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I love him, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, what you calling me for and asking me this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Versus, yeah, of course I do it for you. Like my mom, she could annoy me if she wants to. That's fine, but it's my mom. Like she's been there since day one. Like all the time. And I'm not to compare the two because I love them both, but when you ask that question, that's why. Cause I can get annoyed when my mom do it, but obviously she do so much. It's like, you're not really gonna get too annoyed because that's everything. But I think that's what it be. I think he be asking for mom favors. And he ain't did mom things for me.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's a good question though.
Thank you. My seventh question is.
You don't have to number all the questions.
Okay. If you're annoyed or upset with your dad, why do you still do stuff for him?
I mean, I love him. Shit, dad, you only get one dad, right? But really, in all actuality, it's a couple things. It's twofold. So I do love him, and I respect him, and that's my dad. At the end of the day, I don't care. That's my dad. Regardless of things he's been through and went through, I don't know how I would react or how I would be if I had to encounter those situations. So I try to be mindful of that. I try to be respectful to that, and I try to be cognizant of the fact that, a lot of stuff that I may be feeling or may be upset with ain't purpose. It wasn't purpose that he couldn't be there for my teenage years, right? It wasn't on purpose. If he could be there, he probably would have. I'm pretty sure. He didn't ask to not be there. You know, he didn't ask to not be able to be a part of that. It just happened, and that's how life works sometimes. So that's one thing. I love him. That's my dad at the end of the day. So like, regardless of anything else, there are good things that's happened. There are good things in our relationship. There are things that I cherished. There are things that he's done for me and said to me in conversations we had that helped me grow, even when he wasn't there. So I do like that as well. So, I'll make sure that's put there. Like, it's like his good does outweigh anything that I can question times 10, So I don't want to sit here and seem ungrateful because there's people that don't know their dad at all.
Yeah.
So I know him and I love him. And then the other thing though, and this is where like life comes in, is like some things are hereditary. So even though I'm good now and I could be up now, things can change me in a snap of a minute, like it did for him. Because like I said, my dad wasn't always how he is. Like he like how I look. He looked like this. Like he wasn't always like chunk, like bigger. He was just like me. I mean, literally, like you see me like twin, like just like me. He drove trucks. He made good money. You know what I'm saying? Like, He was a fly guy. Like, women liked him. Like, he was like, they still like him now, but I'm saying he was like, he was a really, really cool guy. You know what I'm saying? And life happened, like a event here. I don't put a business out. And then, things happen. So you don't be the same. People who turn 30 and they get diagnosed with something, they be a different person. Like, they be on depressants, medicine. So you're not the same. Like my grandma, which I ain't gonna get too much about my grandma. Like she wasn't who she was when you were smaller than when you grew up, when you got older. Things happen. So I take that into account. I'm like, that could happen to me. And if that does happen to me, I don't ever want y'all to feel like my daddy ain't this, my daddy ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want y'all to ever feel like, I'm less than because I'm changing or life happened to me or I'm a different person. So I do for him because I know that if the shoes are reversed, I hope that I've done enough for y'all to whereas if I need y'all when I get older, y'all will do for me. So I try to be there for him as much as I can. I try to be there for him if obviously he got 3 kids. Me, Ty, we do a lot of stuff. Don got his own relationship with him, which that's Don. You don't really see Don around him, but that's Don have to handle that when he want to handle that. But for me, I'm always due for him if I got it. And I've always been that person. If I got something that I can do, I'm going to do it. I don't like being taken advantage of, don't get me wrong. And I don't like don't be trying to be picky and all that stuff, and I'm doing for you. But as much as it annoy me, like I said, if it's my dad. If he need me, I got to be there. Just like he my dad. If I need him, I would hope that he be there. Now, granted, if I don't ever use him, that's just on me. But if I need him, I want him to be there. So, and if I need y'all ever in life, like I want y'all to be there because of all I do for y'all now. Like I take care of y'all, make sure y'all straight. You need something, I not to put your business out, but I spoke on a podcast one time. You don't cry a lot. You don't really cry at all. Like when I was young, I cried a lot, but then I didn't cry for like 20, 30, not 30, like a long time, like 20 years. So I don't think I cried. So I think I was 13 last time I might have cried. I didn't cry again until my Uncle Carl died, and then I cried like a baby when my grandma died. Like, you wasn't there, obviously, but I went to bed, I cried all day. And then I saw you again, I was like, oh my God, I almost cried talking to you. So I'm about to cry now a little bit, so you don't cry.
Yeah.
So when we was shopping for your graduation stuff and I saw you wiping your eyes because you was mad because you didn't want to wear a dress and all that stuff, it made me think like, damn, I gotta come through. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, I came through. I made sure you got what you wanted. I don't care if it took all day. I pushed all my other stuff to the side because that was more important because you not crying, you not being in a certain mood was important to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say it to say like, I do those things so that if ever I need y'all to as well, I will hope that I get the same back from y'all,
Okay. My next question is,
talk to the microphone. I can't hear you, but
what's some things you learned from your dad, both good and bad?
I learned a lot from that man. The good. Let's start. And I wouldn't say good and bad. I'd say I take pros and cons. So some cons is I want to think longevity and not too much right now. So everything I'm doing right now, like when y'all see me every day, but Even that, see me every day, and I try to make time. I'll stay up if I have to. If I mean getting 4 hours of sleep, I'm gonna get 4 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have to be included into my day to day schedule. I don't care if I work 10 hours and I podcast for 4 hours. If it's only 10 hours left in the day, y'all have to get a piece of that. So the con is, like I said, my dad, he worked a lot and he didn't live with us. So think about this. Y'all don't live with me, but you couldn't tell nobody that. I see y'all every day. Y'all probably be with me more than y'all be at your actual house, right? So that's like something I took from my dad. I wish that, because he might have had the power to do so. I wish he'd have got us more when he was able to. You know, when he was able to get us, I wish he'd got us more. One thing and it's not, like I said, I don't want to be a bastion because I love my dad to death, but sometimes people have to be that way for you to be a way. So you go through things so that you can grow through things. So I think everything that it was negative with him, I try to make a positive with me. So even though I'm saying that now, I get you all the time and we do a lot of things together. I include you on my day all the time. I don't think he did that all the time. And then it was times y'all know how to go through this, thank God. But if you talk to kids, I hope y'all don't. Talk to kids. A lot of kids go through this. Their parents saying, "Yo, I'm picking you up on Friday." Okay, so I'm gonna give you a snapshot of that, of what that means. My lips feel dry, so I gotta put something on the list. But I'm trying to give you a snapshot of that. So imagine. Okay, you text me something. You text me a lot. Yeah. Imagine you text me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Daddy, I want to come over there, pick me up, right? It's real time, so of course, pick me up is different for us right now. But back then, you didn't have cell phones all the time, so it was like I might talk to them on Friday, I might talk to them next Friday. Imagine you right now going 7 days without talking to me. You might feel like there's something wrong with me. You're going like, Dad, mad at me? Like, what's going on? Okay, I talk to you every day, right? So put this in perspective. You drop me off on Sunday. Hey, I'm coming to get you Friday. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I drop you off on Sunday to your mom. I say, yo, I'm coming to get y'all Friday. I don't speak to y'all throughout the week, whatever, right? Then I come on Friday. Then Friday comes. You come home from school. You pack your bag up. You pack your charger, your games, all that stuff. And you're like, all right, Mom, we going to wait outside because Daddy get up at 5 o'clock. He told me to get up at 5 o'clock, right? You go sit outside, right? 5:30 pass. And you calling me. I ain't picking the phone up, though. But you calling me. 6 o'clock pass. 6:30 pass. 7 o'clock pass. Sun coming down now. 7:30 pass. You call me like 9 times since then. Ain't got to call back or nothing. All right? I never want y'all to feel that. You know? I never want y'all to feel how that feel being so excited just to come over there. Like, I might not even chill. Yeah, you might not even chill with the person's, the dad, whatever. But just to come over there. I never want y'all to feel how that feel to be so excited for something, or my presence, me pick y'all up, and then y'all don't hear from me. Like, I don't tell y'all. Like, I don't make your mom say, hey, I can't do it. I'll text y'all, I'll call you, hey, look, I can't do this, da-da-da. It ain't often. You know what I'm saying? Because I make things a priority. So, that's one of the, like, when you say cons, I learned that, like, because, and like I said, my dad lived a fast life. He did other things as well. I'm not putting his business out there. But that's what come with that. And that's a different time. It's a different era. Sometimes we're a product to the era we live in. And the era we lived in back then, it wasn't like this era. This era of dads is kind of a little different, for me at least. You know, I'm one of the few that probably like love their kids. Not a few, but I'm one of the many that love their kids, love being around their kids, and people I know love being around their kids. Back then it wasn't like that. Like, you know, kids was like a chore. So you still got a few now, but so that's like I learned from that. Like, I want to make sure that the excitement's there. I'm coming to get y'all. Let's go. We watch a movie tonight. I do a lot of spontaneous things with y'all. I got that from my dad. My dad is spontaneous. So I say a lot of things, but I'm gonna give a good story. My dad's spontaneous. So one day I came over there, and I don't play games. You know I don't play games like that. But when I was younger, I tried. And it was this game called NBA Streets, something like that. And I came over talking about it. I seen it in the magazine. I was talking about it. And my dad was cheap. He never did this before, right? But he was like, oh, word? And he had you know how Bailey used a straw in her mouth? Yeah. My dad did the same thing. So all this stuff is hereditary. So that's why when I look at her, and that's why I don't play when it comes to that, because we all of us got a lot of the same genes. We got the same thing. So Bailey don't know to do that from him. She just did it because, I mean, that's her genes to do so. Anyway, he biting the straw. You joke about this. I don't care for my business. You joke about this. I don't put my hands in my butt. I'll be touching my top of my butt crack, my butt crack, top of my butt cheek because it be cold. I like cold cheeks, but it's normal for me to do that. It's normal for me to do that. My dad would be the same way. So he had one hand like right here on top of his butt, whatever, the straw. He started laughing. Like I would do to y'all. He was like, so what you want? You want to get the game? And I'm like, 'cause I know he ain't buying that game. I'm like, whatever, it's not a big deal. He's like, nah, we can get tomorrow. We'll get tomorrow. We woke up early in the morning. We got dressed. He went out, bought the game, bought like 2 more games, bought some stuff. Like, it just was real spontaneous, And it was like, and I try to do the same thing for y'all. So I try to take that as well, but do it more often. So even though it don't seem spontaneous to y'all because it happens so often, it's always a spontaneous thought. When I come home and say, go to movies, spontaneous thought. When I come home and say, you want to go to Longhorn tonight? Spontaneous thought. I'm not having that thought in my mind, but the fact that y'all with me and we got it to do it, let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. My next question is, what was your favorite movie when you were my age?
How old are you?
11.
Oh, that's a good age. 11. I was in 6th grade. I was in 7th grade too. Yeah, I was younger. I was a favorite movie. Ooh, at 6th grade. Jesus Christ. Brooke, I watched movies I shouldn't have watched. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? I watched a lot of movies I shouldn't have watched, and that was that was the thing back then. though. Not saying. Well, let me reiterate that. That wasn't the thing. It wasn't uncommon for a kid to watch a rated R movie because it's not we had 1,000 TVs in the house. We have tablets, so you kind of watch what your mom watched by default sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's get that out the way. Okay. My favorite movie. You know what? DVDs had just came out. I know I sound like a dinosaur. Damn, that was crazy. I gotta watch my rating with you because that just seemed crazy. Anyway, DVDs had just came out. I think I was 10 when we got our first DVD player. Shout out to Nisi, she bought it for us. She's the job of movies too. So back then, Netflix, that you know now as the app, wasn't the app. You know what Netflix used to do? They would send you movies. They would send and I would send you DVDs in the mail. You would watch them and mail them back. If you don't mail them back by a certain time, they would charge you. That was Netflix back in the day. So this Netflix I see now is not the Netflix we know. Damn, I sound old again. That is crazy. But either way, because it came in the mail. Netflix was in the mail. Like the mail you check at the street.
Yeah.
That's when Netflix came in. All right, so I remember they were sending black cinema movies at one point, and they sent Coolie High. Coolie High was my favorite movie at that age. At that age, it was Coolie High. Me, Ty, and Don watched it every night. I know it word for word. If anybody ever watched Coolie High with me, they'll tell you the same thing. I love that movie. I don't know. I watched it with you before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one of my favorite songs from Stevie Wonder, "Fingertips," Part 1 and 2. I love it, Coolie High, and it's based on Chicago. So yeah, it's my movie. When I was younger, and mind you, that movie came out like in the 70s, 60s, 70s, something like that. So I always had an old soul. I just never liked stuff in my modern time. I've always been like an older soul person. So they call me old man for a reason.
Okay. This question is, what was the hardest thing you went through as a child?
The hardest thing I went through as a child. You know who my mom is? TT, man. Like my mom, she ain't make it to where I had anything too hard to deal with. But I would say, looking back at it now, I may have some situations, of course. Looking back at it now, I'll probably be trying to. I think that balance is the unconsciousness if you're doing it though, but like unconsciously or subconsciously, I'm sorry, you're balancing trying to be a man in the house and still be a kid. So like you don't have to do adult things too much. You asked to do it now because you want that fulfillment of being older. You want it, but the things you're doing now, I was doing like at 6. I'm sorry, I was doing like at 7, 8. So. Could you imagine yourself walking home from school right now?
In my age 11?
Yeah, like right now. But I'm saying, like, have you ever done it before?
No.
So at 7, I was walking to school myself. So, and I'm not saying that like it's a because that's not the era I came up in. That's not uncommon. It was common. Everybody did. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, it's a tough balance because y'all don't have to deal with that. Yeah, we coddle y'all. We really make sure that y'all are the safest possible. But the era I grew up in, that was what you did. You went to school like without your mom. Like you walked to school. It was fine. You know, I hung out with a lot of kids that are older than me too. But yeah, I would think the balance of trying to, be a kid and still protect. I mean, the other thing about I'm 8. I'm not even your side. You are more solid than I was. Even at the age, even at 11, you was more solid than me at 11. Can you protect TT right now in the streets? If some guys walked up, can you protect her right now? You do pack a mean punch. I ain't gonna lie, but can you protect her? Like, all right, what I mean by that, I know you want to say yes. I know you want to doubt yourself. What I mean by that is this: would you be shocked if the 4 guys came in right now? Would you be shocked? Would you be enough? Like you could fight them? No, right? You're not. Your mind not gonna go to fight. You ever fight before in school?
No.
I had plenty of them. Huh?
I've seen some.
But you never had them though, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard being in a situation because you never been in that. So imagine being 8 years old, 9 years old, and she's pretty. She like you. She's pretty, man. Just, I used to hate that, man. People like, is that your sister? Fuck out my face. No, ain't my damn sister. You know it's my mom. But anyway, yeah. So imagine, some guys whistling or saying something to her, and we walking by, and she stopped halfway down the block and say, "Hey, look, to you, you know TT get when she gets serious. Hey, when people when we outside and people saying to me, tell them don't talk to my fucking mother." I'm like, okay, should I curse? Like, are you saying it's okay to curse? You know what I'm saying? But it was that trying to balance that. That's probably the hardest thing because then I got siblings. I got Dawn. I got Ty. Ty's a girl. So and Ty got a crazy mouth on her, like ridiculous. So you protected and you doing this and you going to check this person because this happened and it's a lot of that. So that's probably the hardest thing about growing up. I think is just trying to balance that. And then like I said, the daddy stuff. Like my dad was there, but like I said, he was more to on his own type of time. I'm on y'all time. You know what I'm saying? But he was on his time.
Okay.
Talk to the microphone.
My next question is, what's 3 words you would use to describe fatherhood?
Fatherhood? 3 words?
Yes.
3 words to describe fatherhood. I love it. That's 3 words. I love it. Okay. I love it. I love Brooke Bailey. That's 4 words. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Learned that math from somebody else.
Okay. My next question is, what was your first job?
My first job?
Yeah.
The block now.
Oh my God.
My first real job?
Yes.
After I was 14, because in New York you can work at 14. You gotta be 16 down here, but you work at 14. The year I left was the year I had my first job, so it was really crazy how stuff went down. But I worked in like a nursing home or an old folks home or something like that. And I was a horrible worker, to be honest with you. I was a horrible worker. Bailey. I was a horrible worker. Yeah, I caused problems. I was horrible at the time. But like I said, the environment I was in was telling me that I shouldn't be working anyway. Just be outside. You could do that outside. So
yeah,
I try a lot. I was dumb, not dumb, but just you be a part of the environment. You trying to get fired. You know what I'm saying? It was silly, but I became better. You see now, I became better. That's why you need kids. I didn't have no kids, thank God, at that age. But you need something to do right for. Like at times where you might think you wanna do wrong. I see y'all, so it ain't worth it. I mean, not risk that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be around y'all. I gotta be here. What you gonna do if I'm not here? Who's gonna take care of you? Like what man you gonna go to for advice if I'm not here? You can say you know somebody you can go to.
Probably my grandpa.
That'd be that's a good choice. And you got more than one. So
yeah, my grandpas.
They lived a long life, but also they're ideology is gonna be a little different than mine. I'm from a different era. They're from a different era as well. So you're gonna get grandpa advice, not daddy advice.
Okay, so my last question is, what's your favorite part about your hometown?
My hometown, the favorite part. Um, mm, just all the lessons you learn. Just the lessons you learn going outside. Like that's the best part. The good and bad. Like fighting, winning, losing. I didn't lose too many fights, but fighting, playing ball. The unsafe lessons you learn, the safe lessons you learn. All that stuff, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Very rough, but one of them concrete roads type of vibes. Like it's real rough, but you can come out really smooth if you take in what you're supposed to take in and you move how you're supposed to move. But everybody don't make it out, So a lot of people I grow with, like no lie. And I tell you this all the time. And I wish I could show you pictures of everybody. But a lot of people I grew up with, they got murdered. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it like, how far away from that were you? If you had 7 friends, right, and 5 of them got murdered, what makes you think you wouldn't have been the 6th if you wasn't still in that environment? If y'all hung together all the time, what makes you think you wouldn't have been with them when they got murdered? What makes you think they would have murdered you? Because some of them murder people. You know what I'm saying? So it's really rough, like I said, and it's rough. You gonna see that soon. Like, it's not just a Brooklyn thing; it happens everywhere. You go to school with somebody, you know they look one way, and that's who you know. You know them. If you meet somebody tomorrow and they're innocent, they're young, you meet that person. That's who you're gonna remember the rest of your life. But they're gonna go through things. They're gonna harden them, make their heart cold, make bad decisions. They've been done killed somebody or robbed somebody or harmed somebody. You're like, that person will never do that because you only seeing that young, innocent person you met, But life happens to people, and that's one of the lessons you learn coming up. People change. You got a question? Yeah, we almost done, boo. People, Father's Day don't get no love, man. What's going on? Why she rushing me? But that's all you got. That's all the questions. Good.
Yeah, that's all the questions.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? This was dope. So just to give a roundabout, Bailey Brooke did the camera work. We're gonna see I can't see it, so we're gonna see how that worked. Hopefully it came out good. She's saying I'm clear. We'll see if I'm clear. If I'm not,
you are.
Oh, I'm telling you, boy. Bailey, come over here, Bailey. No, never mind. I'm sorry. Because there's too many chords and you might mess something up. Bailey is on the audio. Give me a handshake. They can see your hand. Give me a hand. You see your hand? Okay. Okay, come on. Jesus Christ.
Bye.
All right, we out.
Give
See ya.
McDonald's.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Brooke.
Bye.